I was on my own the other day and I was scrolling on Instagram and I see a video of a dog playing catch with its owner and I'm like, didn't I used to hate dogs? Like growing up, dogs and I weren't best of friends. Lucky for you guys, I remember it all. Before we start, I'm gonna introduce you to Jack. Jack was one of the first dogs I came in contact with. I can't really remember what breed he was. All I do remember is he was my grandma's lovely dog. As a puppy, of course. But then he was fed Eba and for some weird reason it just made his head grow big. Like very big. But anyways, it was one of those weekends where we had to spend it at our grandma's place. We usually did this about 2 to 3 times every 3 months and everyone was so excited to go see her. Except me. And I'm not like a grandma hater or something. I love my grandma and I will do a lot for her. But she lives too far away, man. Like you'd have to climb a 40-foot tree, tie your phone to a 10-foot stick and raise it before you can get like a bar of internet service. Ugh. She definitely didn't have any of that prepared, so we had to stick with playing with her dog. Fast forward to Saturday evening. I can't really remember the time, but it was definitely getting dark. My grandma comes to me and she's like, "My husband." "Yes, grandma." "Lọ fún Tosi oúnjẹ, ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ nínú shop." I start to think about it and all that's in my head is the fact that the dog hadn't been fed and how dangerous it would be walking to the shop while carrying food. Then she says, "Oh mommy, don't worry, Ajá wà nínú cage." She definitely shouldn't have said that. Like I could tell from her face that she wasn't sure if Jack was chained or not. But I just had to trust her. So I picked up the food and start my journey to the shop, which was about 30 seconds walk, basically crossing the street. When I get halfway there, everywhere suddenly gets foggy and I start to hear footsteps. That doesn't sound human. Oh shit, it's Jack! I totally abandoned the food and I start running and shouting, "Grandma, Grandpa, Grandma, Grandpa." And you know what they all did? Nothing. They were all laughing, like all of them, even my uncle. As I was running for my life, they were laughing. I eventually trip and straight up kiss the ground. Then I get up and look back and I see the dog walking and it's walking to me slowly. And it gets closer and closer and closer and then it licks me. The whole time I thought the dog wanted to kill me. It was just looking for someone to play with. And it was definitely hungry cause shortly after it just runs back to get the food that was on the ground. But me? Nah, I was already done. Terrified. For the next few years, my hate for dogs was secured. And that's my story, guys. Talking, the assistant head boy, Balogun, who is in his final year, walks up and he's like, why you guys talking? Aren't you meant to be singing? Jack and John immediately apologized to him because I think they had seen that their Super Mario powers wasn't good enough. But me,